Hi, good night, and welcome to Bench Talk. My name is Jason Clark, and tonight I'm joined by my fellow co-host, Mr. Akim Nero.
Good night, good night, good night.
What's up, my brother? How are you doing tonight?
Good, I'm good. A bit of rainy tropics, but
Mm-hmm.
otherwise I'm fine, man. What
Glad
about
to
you?
hear, glad to hear that. Pretty good on my ends. Things are going pretty good, man. The weather is changing. Um, things are getting a little warmer, so that's always good, man. So yeah, things are going pretty good, man. Things are going pretty
Fantastic.
good. But before we get into today's show, I just want to congratulate Yvonne Grant. We had him on the show last week. We had a pretty good chat with him, and that was after he scored 94. Sorry, he had scored. It was
100.
90. Sorry, 100. Sorry,
Yeah.
that was after he scored 100. Sorry, and then last weekend, he followed up that with 98 not out. Would have really liked Ivan to get that 100 again, man. But 98 not out. It's great nonetheless. So congrats to Ivan on that performance, and also to Ron Gibson, who also scored. Who was also in the runs. I think he scored 94, 96.
4, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
over the weekend as well. So congrats to him as well on a pretty good performance over the weekend. Always good to see the guys scoring heavily. And tonight we have two youngsters as well. We're gonna have a quick chat with them. First we're gonna start with foundation player, former Barbados on the 17 skipper, Mr. Nathan Seeley. Hi, good night, Nathan.
Hi, good night. Good night. How are you doing?
How are you doing
Good night,
tonight?
good night, good night.
Thanks for joining us, Nathan.
No
Nathan,
problem.
we're not gonna go to the typical one, in terms of performances. We just want to have a quick chat with you about your cricketing background. I'll let Nero go into all of the teams and all of your achievements in cricket thus far. He would know better than me. But like I said, you're foundation player, young excited player, Barbados, former Barbados under 17 captain. Nathan, if you could just first start with, where did it all start? Where did the love for the game? Where did it all start for you?
Um, Actually, back in primary school, my primary school for turn.
Hmm.
I remember when I was younger, I had a lot of energy, so I just like running around. So
Hmm.
I was just into athletics, and how funny enough, my school, how we had our middle pastor on the left hand side would be cricket, and on the right hand side would be athletics, and that's one day. It happened that both of us were training at the same time, and I just saw the boys playing cricket, and I just ended up cross on the left hand side of the pastor, and
Hmm.
that's how it started. Just saw the ball on the ground, and I just pick it up, and from there, that was it. To be honest.
Okay, okay. Then you went on to let's see your art foundation, and you I think Nero alluded to me earlier that you had the most wickets last year. In the 50 over, it was
Yeah.
you had the most wickets in the 50 over last year. Getting a feat like that, what was that feeling like to gain such an accomplishment, at such a young age?
It was really nice to be honest. Believe it or not, that was actually last year was my first time ever playing 50 over.
Oh.
So going forward, 50 over that's actually my main format, the format that I like to go forward in. So
Mhm.
for me it was just clear to do as best as I can. At the beginning, obviously, because we had regionals and I know I wasn't going to be able to play the full tournament, I was not really expecting to get most wickets. But
Mhm.
remember we were able to play the first 5 games, and I had like probably like 22 wickets in the first five. But
Mhm.
then when we came back, I got the opportunity from my school. Permission was granted from my school to represent Empire in the knockouts. So
Mhm.
obviously playing those extra games, helped me to achieve that.
Okay, okay. And you just said you would have played for Empire. Obviously Empire, as we all know, Empire is a well-known club, so we don't have to go through the names of some
Yeah.
of the players that would have
The defending champions, defending champions.
yeah. So what was it like for you just playing for a club with such rich cricketing history in Barbados?
It was really nice to be honest. That's where it started. That's where it started. At Empire with Jason Haynes. Been
Mhm.
around the club for a long time, but never got to play before. So it was good to finally be able to make my club debut. Especially at such a club like Empire. Many greats played for them, so it was nice.
Mhm. Okay. And just for last question for right now before I let Nero jump in, like you would have played for Empire, so I mean obviously you would have learned a lot while being a part of the club. And how were you able to just transfer some of what you would have learned while playing at Empire, back at Foundation to some of the youngsters who would have obviously been looking up to you, for lack of a better term. Yeah.
Basically the same way how the knowledge was shared to me.
Mhm.
If anyone asks questions, or whatever, I'll always be open to share the little that I know.
Mhm.
Because I remember being in their position as well. Not knowing as much as I do now, and asking the older fellas. So I never really had a problem with it. So I'm always open to it. In the dressing room, never shy away from talking or giving my piece in terms of cricket. So yeah, that's basically it.
Mhm. Before I said, I don't no, I said that was the last question, but for the viewers who don't know Nathan Silly, can you just tell us what style of bowling do you a fast bowler, spinner?
No, I was on the PSL back in primary school, but that
Uh-huh.
wasn't getting me anywhere, as my
Uh-huh.
coach would say.
Uh-huh.
But no, I bowl left arm spin, left arm
Left
orthodox.
left arm spin. Okay, okay, okay. Nero, you could jump in for me.
Good, Nathan. We had quite a few runnings last year. Two tanks games, T20 and take the three day. They got me once. I took where I had about twice. Couple couple boosters here and there, but
I mean, if I remember it correctly, I remember you leaving alone and getting caught at slip. So I
whoa,
mean,
whoa, 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 whoa. We ain't here to talk about that though. Right. How has the transition been, especially last year, integrating like playing from foundation? Obviously, you're the man there, you and Dorn. Then to go into Empire, where you had the more experienced players, the Warwick Cans, the Kamari Boyces, the Roston Chasers. How has that transition been in between the two teams?
um, well, in all honesty, at foundation probably been is I would say a bit, guess to say a bit more pressure. Obviously, as I said, to be the senior boys or the ones that being looked on to perform all the time. So for me, that was one of the main differences in playing for Foundation and Empire. Obviously, when it comes to Empire, they're more senior boys, a couple first class players, Barbados Pride players. But for me, it was never really to lower my standard or look at it as in I'm a young person, so it's less pressure or less responsibility. I felt like all those coming into a bigger team with what you could say better players, I never really tried to lower my standards, just to perform the same way that I would try to do at Foundation.
What is it that is going on at Churchill? Whereas, is it Nemo has a lot of good players, or Nemo doing something special? He just had a good crop for all these years. What is about Nemo, the crop of players he's turning out, and the championships Foundation seem to win over the years?
Yeah, and I guess at the head, it's been good. Again, I work with coach for over these past years. Few challenges here and there. Sometimes we tend to butt heads, but it's been good. The fellas, if I'm being honest, we work together quite well, so that has a lot to do with it. And we just try to listen as much as we can to coach, and just try to execute it in the middle.
Right. Obviously, I know some of the other guys. I think is folks. Obviously, we had Darn on already, and I think is Christian Obaya. Right.
Yeah.
How was the season for those guys, and what do you see? How far do you see those guys making it in cricket if they really keep honing their craft?
Well, last season, I think the guys can say that they had good seasons last year because it's probably the first time for a lot of the fellas playing a full season. To the second part, how far the guys can go, I really and truly believe once they keep putting in the work and focus, and really chase their dreams or whatever the case may be, I feel like they could go all the way because they have the talent for it.
Mm.
I saw you went on. I think you're all training. A couple of your guys are training for West Indies on the 19th.
Yeah.
Right. I think Darn, Lord, yourself. Who else from Barbados? And I can't
Jatario
tell you.
Prescott and Joshua
Yeah,
Morris.
and Joshua Marsh. How has that camp been? And when is the next session or meetup for your guys?
The cat was a very good experience actually, getting an insight of how things were at the next level. It was actually very nice. In terms of our next sessions, well, we have player programs that Cricket West Indies sent us. So we currently work closely with the head coach Rohan Nurse on our batting plans, and we've been running programs for the like past 3 to 4 weeks.
Mm. Okay.
When the tournament slated to begin next year?
Um,
Yes.
the World Cup is held in January to
Mm.
February in Sri Lanka, but there's a tour to Sri Lanka in August.
So I'll be here shortly. Okay, okay. All right. Just you want to go again or?
Yeah, yeah. Nathan, what does obviously you've been a part of a lot of professional setups. You play for Barbados, and then you've obviously been around some pretty experienced players at the Empire Club as well. What does preparation for a season like look for you? You look like a pretty fit fella. What does preparation look like for Nathan for a season?
Well, definitely a lot of running because
Mm.
I tend to eat a lot of junk food, so I tend to go do a lot of running to burn off a lot of fat. But
Mhm.
for me, fitness is probably the most important thing. So I try to do as much fitness work as I can. So that for me, that's be my main thing, and then skills after.
Sure. And I mean, earlier you said that the 50 over is your preferred format. But like, are you still do you still play like the 3 day and the well, obviously you're playing T20 now because
Yeah.
that was playing right now. But like, are you like are you 3 day like 50 over? Yes, that's your favorite, but you're interested in like pursuing what are your goals? What are your goals? And we just answer that question. What are your goals for cricket wise?
Honestly, I would like to play for the West Indies in all three formats.
All three formats. Okay. Okay.
But if he was to tell me to choose one, it would be 50 over. But I
50
would like
over.
to play all three.
Okay. And you also handle the bat as well, or strictly left hand spin. I think
But
you
next question
also.
to he.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, bit handy with the willow sometimes.
Uh-huh.
I fancy myself to be an all rounder, but
Okay.
sometimes with the bat, I tend to lose focus a bit too fast, so be
Hmm.
a bit short on the run sometimes.
Okay, fair enough. You ever say Andy, bro?
Right. No, we're just gonna ask him like, obviously, you're known for your left hand spin, but knowing you would know. I think it was the Keith Boys game in Cormier the other day. I saw you game finish, you pat up from head to toe again. You went to get a knock, so knowing that, I know, well, yeah, he want to be an all rounder, which is fair because going forward in cricket, you got to at least have 2 dimensions,
Yeah.
2 to 3 dimensions. Make yourself a better player. Yes, you got your left hand spin, but batting If you can handle the bat, you will be always an asset. Um, Obviously, Barbados, you was part of both Barbados teams the other day. He's on the 17 or on the 19. How was the tournament for you?
Well, it started with on 17. I remember on tour, I think it was our first or second practice session. I was bowling and it started to get some shoulder pain. So for the duration of that tour, I was actually unable to bowl. So I was just batting. So I remember batting. I finished the tournament with the second most runs. Scored a century, my first original century in the second game versus Leeward. And then for on 19, I was fit enough to bowl, and I ended up getting the second most wickets. And I only had one score, which came in the final. I scored 96. But yeah,
Right? Who left hand spinners that you pat in your game after in world cricket? Or what the three left hand spinners that you say, yeah, I could watch this man bowl?
Akil Hussain. Anybody know me for sure. Akil Hussain, Jadeja,
Mm.
Mitchell Santner.
Mm. That's a decent tree. That's a decent tree. Mitchell Santner, he's a sleeper. He's a sleeper. He's better than people actually think.
Yeah,
Mitchell
he
Santner.
is.
And the other one more, you had the BIM 10 experience the other day. How was that?
Beijing actually hard. And that's probably the first time I ever bowled under so much pressure. So it was a nice challenge. Obviously, coming into the tournament after the first couple of games, getting a better understanding of how to bowl and stuff. It got better, but especially at the beginning, it was quite hard and there was a lot of pressure.
Yeah, because I
Um,
obviously know some of the guys that play that. They were telling me the days for rest, and obviously if 2020 guys normally come at you hard. Imagine a 10-10.
Yeah,
Guys really,
yeah.
pressure from the get go. So
And
I
when my
can, I
first
can,
ball, I turned to get hit in Car Park.
yeah. He was opening the ball. If I remember some of the games I watched,
Yeah.
he was opening the ball.
yeah. Nathan, I when we have guys on the show that obviously play cricket, sometimes I like to ask them about how I like to me personally I know Nero years and years and years, near 2 decades now I know Nero, and me personally I don't rate his bowling. That's the honest bowling. I do not rate his bowling. And to be honest, he got some wickets, some pretty big names to be honest. He's always caused the same names, like they might even get called him. Yeah, but how do you, as someone, you said earlier that you would have played against Nero last year. As someone that played against Nero, you've seen Nero countless times. How do you honestly rate Nero's bowling?
Well,
Honestly,
first I reckon he throwing a bit.
true. Yeah, he's
Whoa,
definitely check a few.
that's a
Yeah,
first.
he's throwing a bit. Yeah,
That's
he's throwing a
lame.
bit.
Definitely check a few.
That's
Yeah, he's
lame.
throwing a bit. No, that's you as well. You as well. But
The accuracy, right? The
um,
accuracy.
when we played the Trudeau last year, he got me out. I think it was in the second innings.
Mm-hmm.
On a bit of
How did he get you?
I got LBW playing a sweet.
LBW plays.
Just tweak it a bit. Like I think.
Yeah. To me, he was bowling quite well. Actually, the wicket was a bit tricky to bat on. Balls were spinning. He was getting the ball to spin. He's getting the ball to spin a lot. It had me real uncomfortable playing forward because I remember a couple overs before I got a drop. I got a drop at short leg.
Yeah.
I got a drop at short leg, but then after you come and toss couple and they went back over your head, but he still get me out. So I guess you could say he won that one.
But you say something just now, Nathan. Boy, I've never heard anyone say it. And for me, I've never even seen him. You said that he was spinning the ball.
Yeah, I reckon that was the wicket. I think I probably
Had to be
that was probably the
something.
wicket. Yeah, probably the wicket.
Nero, as long as I know Nero, I never seen Nero spin the ball.
Yeah,
I never,
the wicket. Yeah,
I,
definitely
The
the
art
wicket.
to spin bowling. You don't have to spin all.
That's spin some.
I never,
Just spin
I
some.
never
Just
said
enough.
that.
Just enough.
I never said that, but all I'm saying is I never see you turn the ball on the run. I watch even when I play with you, I used to come and watch you all the time. I never see you spin the ball on the runs, but I'm just
Accuracy,
saying.
accuracy, accuracy.
Okay, okay, buddy, okay, okay. Well, I mean, that you I work on this one there, the run.
Nah, boy, he tell me true, boy. I want to talk to him, man.
We can see again on Saturday.
Oh yeah, boy.
Y'all going up against one another?
Yeah, he coming up on the hill. He coming up on the hill. Hopefully,
Whoa, whoa,
looking to
whoa.
come out victorious this time.
Whoa.
Whoa. So I definitely give me my ears gonna be and my eyes gonna be glued to the screen. I wanna know how things
Yeah,
going on with
struggling.
this.
Yeah, they're struggling a bit. Looking to keep it that way.
Okay.
Whoa. You got your eyes on us for truth, boy. All right. All right. All right.
Well, Nathan wants to thank you for taking the time to have this quick chat with us tonight. It was it was a good conversation with you. You seemed like a very once again most of the guys and Joshua Dorney, that was we had him on the show already.
Yeah.
Yeah, you both of you and Clink spoke very very highly of him as well. So yeah, it's good to see the you guys as youngsters coming up, being focused and dedicated to the game, man. And is as you said, you played 50 over last year for the first time and finished with the most wickets. That's amazing stuff, man.
In
Congratulations
3 days too.
Thank you.
3 day too.
Somebody say.
Whoa. Whoa, that's great. That's great. Congrats on that, man.
Yeah, Nero was 173.
Everybody was on that
He
73.
was actually one of the earlier ones actually.
That's good to hear, man. I like to hear that. I like to hear that. Well, once again, Nathan, great chatting with you. All the best going forward this season and in your career. And once again, thanks for taking the time to chat with us tonight.
Yeah, don't mention it. Thank you.
Yeah, blessing. Really.
Yeah.
Nero boy. Nero, you never no boy never do that. You was throwing Nero.
That's the first. That's the first. I know
You
it's
trying
accurate.
some Nero for sure.
No, I can't get do. I know probably the accuracy that I deliver the ball at. Probably people believe that I can't be bowling to be that accurate, but no, I can't throw. It's not possible.
Only Lynn.
I know you're talking about, but I can't throw.
Whoa.
I can't throw. It's not possible.
To start out to start 50 over the first season and ain't that finish the most wickets, such a young age. That's great. That's
sure. Want to watch for sure.
Yeah,
he's next up. He's next up, man.
Yeah, that is top stuff. And next we have joining us here on the show tonight, player from Wildey, former Barbados player as well. He also played for
he current Barbados player, man.
Sorry. He also played for UE as well.
Yeah.
Yes. We have Mr. Zachary Macaskie.
Good day, gentlemen. Good night, sorry, gentlemen.
Good night,
Zachary. I know you're probably a bit tired, man. You're probably a bit tired after today. First off, before we get into the chat,
he's gonna be vexed.
Well, vexed as well. Vexed too.
Yeah, he's gonna be vexed, boy.
Heard me vexed.
Yeah.
I can imagine, boy.
Yeah, congrats on today. You are currently in Antigua now, if I'm not mistaken. Part of the best of the best. You scored 93 today. And I guess that's when you were saying you were saying that you're vexed today.
Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, congrats on that.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks, man.
Yeah. So we just since that was the most recent occurrence, we could just start out on that. You could just talk us through the innings today, and then the dismissal, and obviously how you felt after the dismissal. Obviously, you felt pretty good that you got some runs on the board, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure you would have liked to carry on and raise the bat. But so, like I said, you could just start off by talking us through the innings today.
Yeah, man. Well, as you say, obviously, I've been a bit disappointed that I didn't convert, to get three figures. Felt like today
Mhm.
was a day too that had more than just, like a small hundred, like a granddaddy hundred was on the cards
Mhm.
for today. In the beginning, it was a bit challenging. Naeem actually bowled really well. He was hitting some nice areas and he was getting ball to shift boat a lot. Um, and then Pittman as well. He was being a bit of a task as well. Before he pulled up injured. So um, after getting through that, and Pittman falling to injury is a bit disappointing. Not to, as I say, capitalize on the opportunity. So it was hot as well because they got a heat
Mhm.
wave passing through Antigua.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
so
Okay.
it was proper hot today, man. And I feel like you're batting as that's the ideal time to make the fielders put the opposition under pressure. Back them out of the game.
Mhm.
Um, the dismissal, it was I would say it was a soft dismissal. Um, One that it even shocked me. I just felt like the ball was close enough to drive. We went to hit it through gap. Unless he was looking for four, and it
Mhm.
just happened to peel off the outer portion of the bat, and that was the end of the innings for me.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, a player like yourself, you probably even done the calculations before cricket. Or I hear no, the best of the best. Yes, Craig Brathwaite, Sean Paul, there no, but and you got obviously got Athens and those guys there. Macaskie, I gonna make a name for myself. No, this is the time. I gotta get a base score on the board and obviously to come so close, but you have to find no, it probably eating you out inside. You're probably happy that yes, I got the start, I got the 90, but with cricket is clear that's a big 50. When the cricketers talking the talk,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
big 50, that's a big 50, you gotta convert, etc. So I know it probably eating you out inside. Hopefully you're getting that opportunity again and you know what to do from there. But I just want to take me back a bit about the decision. Was the decision to initially leave Wildey to go to UAE, was that a strictly a professional decision at that point in your career, or was it not?
yeah. I thought that going to UE at that point, because that would have been just after COVID as well, and things would have been up in the air as it relates to how cricket would really run again. So going to UE, I wanted to go to give myself the best opportunity as it relates to facilities and to be able to continue to develop my game and my career. I didn't think that cricket would have. Well, I guess nobody really thought that cricket would have pretty much get back to where it is right now. At that moment, it was just being in the best environment to progress because UE got the facilities, the coaching, the environment. So it was just about going to a more professional setup due to the fact that clubs weren't really giving that at that current stage.
Previous years before, all I hardly played against you, probably once or twice, but I will always hear Zachary. Zachary, a classy player, easy on the ice, easy on the ice. You were always knocking about thereabouts. So, at what stage you say, you know what, Zachary, it's time to make that leap. It's time to really knuckle down and probably take my cricket to the next level. Push for first class, push for Barbados Bay. At what stage you really had that thought of yourself?
Um, to be honest, I always felt like I would have been knocking at your door from a young age. I would have gone to trials at the age of 19. That would have been my first opportunity getting being in that environment. And that my first game actually I scored 90. And that's when I was retired on 90. So from
Yeah,
that day,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, and I didn't play well most of the
Again, was that St. Catherine's?
yeah, that was at St.
Yeah, I
Catherine's. Yeah,
remember that. I remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and pretty much all the guys were there. I actually only played that game because Craig was unavailable. He was overseas, and all the other guys were around. Jason Holder, the whole household names. Kemar Roach, etc., Miguel Cummings there. Um, and my first experience around them, I managed to score 90, and I felt like, well, I kind of belong here, like it's a good experience. My first not around, and from that day on, it was like, yeah, like, yeah, that you got what it takes to go on to the next level.
And another quick one before Jess goes. Obviously, you said you work with Floyd and you work at the UE facilities, but how has it been working with a young coach, Mr. Clint St. Hill?
It's been good working with Clint. Obviously prior to going to UE, um, Clint is a very understanding coach. Very future oriented coach. They're not really full of like old time style of coaching. More about what a player would want, and he would look to facilitate and groom a man into the direction that he wants to go in. Not really too big on like changing a guy's technique or anything like that. So I think Clint is a very good coach, very understanding, um, and as I said, very forward thinking in terms of developing a young cricketer or even an old cricketer as well, and giving them what they need.
Zachary, well, I like to just get the guest to just tell us a bit about yourself, just for the sake of the viewers. Yes, a lot of the viewers are cricketers, or cricket fans, I should say. But you are opening batsman. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So obviously, when you look at the current West Indies setup, you see obviously we have Craig Bradford there, who has been I mean, we all know what Craig stands for, and we don't need to get on that road. We had John Campbell there for a bit, and obviously, we all know the position with John Campbell. Uh, we have Chad Paul there now, who seems to be pretty going pretty okay at the moment. Um, how does the motivation aspect for you, just to to keep going? Because I mean, to be honest with you, sometimes some people could look at it and say, well, things might be a little hard for me at the moment. You know what I mean? But um how do you keep yourself motivated to just keep knocking, to just keep performing, just keep saying, at some point in time, my time will come, and just want to take that, and with both hands, and grasp that opportunity whenever that time arises.
For me, it's just a case of continuing to enjoy cricket. That's the reason for me starting, like, because I
Hmm.
love the game. So I think that once I continue to enjoy my game and just be in the present, and you know, not try to focus too much on selection and who's there and who's not, and just continue to enjoy it for what it is. That keeps me relatively grounded, and staying in a mindset or in a mind frame where I don't whether we or as you say, start to think about where am I going to go from here, or anything like that.
Mm. That's good, man. That's a pretty good mindset to have. You know what I mean? And I mean, to be honest, there's so many different avenues opening up for cricket nowadays. Man, like, as you say, just have to keep that focus, and just keep that hunger and that drive. And I mean, obviously, as Nero would have said earlier, at Wildy, and on the coaching of Mr. Clint St. Hill, and I know Clint. I've known Clint for a pretty long time, and I'm pretty sure Clint is someone who would instill that, those words of encouragement, you know um on a consistent basis, to just keep going. Definitely, as you keep putting in performances, and you keep putting in the hard work, eventually, it will pay off. So all I can encourage you to do is, yeah, just keep fighting, keep pushing on, and like I said, eventually, I'm pretty sure that day will come. You would have played for you played for UE. You spoke spoke earlier about doing some work with Floyd, and you are a current Barbados player. Just quickly, if you could just I don't want to talk about like the comparisons, but can you just tell us about the some of the things that you uh prefer, or I don't want to say prefer, like you would have taken away from both camps, from the Barbados camp and from the UE camp as well.
Um, let's see. Yes, working with Floyd and Petty, mostly more so from a Floyd perspective. Floyd is a very technical coach. He picks up the small details that could help and be very beneficial. So I think like especially just spin bowling, Floyd would have stressed on some stuff that would have helped me in terms of accessing the gaps a lot easier. Um, as it relates to the Barbados camp, working with Vasi Vasi is a coach that helps you out more so than a mental frame of mind as I talk about the staying in the present and enjoying the process. And Vasi is very good at keeping you in a good headspace and ready for future endeavors and stuff. So um, I guess one coach should be more technical, next coach should be more mental, oriented. So I think both of them have played a very big role and a very they're different but still beneficial in what they do.
What does a day in the life of a cricketer at your level entails? And then by extension, you could stretch that to a week. So what is the day in the life, and what's like your batting sessions? Is everything drill specific? You obviously a batter knows his weakness. Do you actually go and work on your weaknesses, or you just try to tighten up on your strengths?
Now let me say on a daily basis you go down to Kensington. Um,
Mhm.
Start at 9 o'clock. Um, go through drills. Uh, it'll be drills, full range of drills you will go through. From as you say, weaknesses to your strengths. You will then transition into going into your nets. You practice. For me personally, I would start against the seamers with new balls, and sometimes the sidearm because it's an opening batsman. So it's just about getting that feel of when your ball coming out at you often. That's where you can start with regardless. So um, that's where we would start, and then I would go over to the spin. As an opening batsman, spin I wouldn't call it a weakness, but you can be stronger against pace because that's where you can predominantly face. So then they would just transition into batting some spinner, and that would be pretty much a day. Oh yeah, and we would do physicals and fielding prior to that as well. So that would be pretty much a day of training for us.
I ain't too sure the cricketing schedule, but after the best, there's a gap, right? Where y'all have no cricket in CPL or something like that, or y'all got more cricket. There's a
No,
gap.
after I was playing speaking out on the turn, but we after best of the best, there's a team tour to
Okay,
Bangladesh.
okay. Well, I guess that's it. Oh, one of my questions. So, A team tour. Would you be looking forward to taking part in the CPL? Obviously, expanding your game, etc. If I don't know if you can answer this, if opportunity at the US Open or whatever, is that on the horizon for Zach? Is that something Zach will be interested in?
Yeah. Playing T20 cricket. I guess that's the direction that cricket is going in right now. Um, I would be keen on playing, as you say, CPL, US Open. It don't really matter to be honest. Once I playing cricket, for me, happy. whether it be CPL, US Open, whoever comes.
W- were you and Akeem Johnny ever part of any epic net sessions where you had the better of him, he got the better of you, a lot of banter back and forth? Or who wins most of the battles? If you're being honest.
They could give you a better one. Not even net sessions. They had games where we would play against each other. I remember a trail game. We had a trail game that we played, and it was like because he predominantly brings back the ball to the right hander, and he was like, "Man, Zach, just make sure you left alone the ball." And I was like, "The way this man telling me left alone the ball, and he's normally bring back the ball." They going forward playing a ball and the edgy ball straight for a slip. I was like, "Geez, I'm really getting off here." And he said, "She set me up there on that one." And then they scored 100 against Wildey last season for UE. And he was playing as well, and I got it better than him because he still yet to get me out in that game. So that was two good challenges, between me and him, two battles.
For sure, for sure. And how has the T20 season for Wildey up to this point? How has the season been?
Started well, first two games. Two games. We won. Sorry, three games. Yeah. So the first three games, first weekend we won against the schools. Then against police, we won as well. Managed to cut out 250s. Won against police, and then the third weekend against isolation. So it's been a steady start for Wildey. I guess on the fourth game would have been rain because I think most of the games would have been rain affected. But yeah, it's been good. Back at club like I never left. Slot back in very nicely, the environment's good and everything. So all good at Wildey right now.
That's good. That's good to hear.
That was it for me. That was any more questions, Nero?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just want to wish him all the best. And make sure anything you get to the 90s, you press on.
Yeah, thanks,
Press on.
Nate.
You press on.
Appreciate it.
All right. Zach, thanks for joining us tonight, man. Thanks for taking the time to join us tonight.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. You have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. All right, Nero. Had pretty good shot last night, man. First game, Lord. There. There had to hurt a little bit for you. There had to hurt a little bit for you, boy. Lordy. Well, any closing remarks before we shut off, Nero?
Just want to run the whole up so you could get some cricket this weekend. We're off on Sunday, but straight to today.
Whoa.
So I'm just letting you know, come around, ease up so we can have some cricket in Barbados this weekend.
I know you will definitely want that for sure.
For sure.
Definitely. Any plans for the weekend? Any plans for the bank holiday?
Nothing major. Just hopefully some cricket. Small chores, nothing major, nothing planned as yet.
Okay.
You never know.
Okay, fair enough.
What you mate?
Nothing actually.
When they got a Heroes Day?
Just no, unfortunately, Freddie give me a normal working day for me, man. Unfortunately from home, but yeah, still gotta put in the work nonetheless, man. But you gotta do what you gotta do. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm gonna let you go and watch your Lakers now. Try to close it out in 5, but I see saying they just know I can't get understood. So yes. So once again, you want to thank the viewers for continuing to tune in each and every week. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe whenever you do get a chance to watch this video. Thank you and have a good night.